South Africa's Shout Foundation shifts focus in an effort to combat the high levels of illiteracy in the country. The foundation has established itself as one of South Africa's most recognizable and credible movements against crime and violence. And to give us more insight on this initiative, we're joined by one of the Shout founders, Kabelo Mabelane. Thank you so much for your time and welcome, Booga Love. How are you doing? Good to see you.
My first time on ANN7.
Welcome.
The last time I saw you, you were working for somebody else.
And he's just going to give out all the gory details. Good to see you. The last time I saw you, you weren't married.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So congratulations.
Sure, thank you.
Are in order. You've done phenomenal work with Danny K.
Yes.
And especially, I think the story of inspiration is how you turned your own life around and continue to inspire other people. Now,
Sure.
Shift has moved, or Shout rather, has shifted to education. Why?
Well, as you well know, we started out as an organization that wanted to put positive messaging out there that, that helps curb the crime pandemic, But we realized that over and above, raising money to give drug rehabilitation centers money, helping the police and orphan widow fund, we felt, we weren't doing enough. We were dealing with the symptoms and not the cause. And I really believe there's many causes for crime in our society, and we believe that lack of education is one of those. Hence, the shift into the education space. So,
yeah. When there's such a dire need, I mean, we're just talking about the threshold that we're at boiling point when it comes to the level of violence and the nature of the brutality that we've experienced, that, every little bit counts, but where do you start?
100%. You start somewhere. I sit here, I hope me sitting here and whoever's under the sound of my voice gets encouraged that, it doesn't matter who you are. Don't get overwhelmed by, the big monster. Start somewhere in your community, do something. There is always something to do. And that's exactly what Danny and I did. We got together and here we are 10 years later.
Wow.
We've built, 5 libraries. I mean, there's 2% functioning libraries in public schools across the country. So there's a lot of work. So if you're looking for something to do, there's something to do. Get involved in, increasing literacy and numeracy in our country, because it does. I really believe that perpetrators are people who don't know any better. And we believe that by educating young minds, will hopefully, alter, young people's destinies.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a long-term process,
100%.
And it requires, as you were saying, NGOs, communities at grassroots level.
100%.
And corporate as well, as opposed to standing on the sideline. It's easier to say, this country's
standing
going to
on the
dogs.
sideline is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. You cannot rely only on government to move this country forward. As you well put it, that it's civil society's responsibility, faith-based organizations, NGOs, everybody needs to come to the party,
Yeah, but speaking of faith-based organizations, I mean, if we just look at the doctrines of religion, those are things that encourage people to come together, to have compassion, to care for your fellow man, love your neighbor type thing, and that's not really what we're practicing. I mean, how do you...
You look, I mean, I think the best way for us to instill those values through Shout is to keep putting our hands up and saying, look, we're still going to continue to make a difference regardless of the, dire situation we find ourselves in our country, because we can all fold our hands and say, well, we're sick and tired of what's going on. But we just want to encourage people. It's all about active citizenry,
Yeah.
It's about people getting stuck in their communities. That's the only way we're going to change this place.
Okay, and you have a sponsor. I mean, you've had tremendous support over the years.
Yes.
Because on the brand or talkability, the credibility of your name, together with Danny K, the exemplary lives that you've led. Who do you have on board now?
So, yeah, like you said, we've had, a myriad of sponsors who've come on board over the years. Corporate South Africa and South Africa at large has really come to the party in helping us, do good in the community. Right now, we've just embarked on a fantastic partnership with Steers. We've created what we call the Shout Burger. It's a sweet chili bacon burger. You can get macon if you don't have bacon.
And if you're vegetarian, is there another version?
Yeah, we'll make a plan for you. But yeah, all the proceeds go towards building the library, go into our library project. We have 5, like I said, currently. There's one in Mitchell's Plain, one in Freedom Park in Soweto, Phalaborwa, the Northern Cape, and Go Alexandra. And with the money that we're going to raise from this, which is a minimum of 2 million rand, we're hoping to put up another 5 structures within the next financial year.
What are your timeframes?
For?
In raising the funds.
So the campaign started at the beginning we are in September this month. So at the end of November, we're aiming to sell 1 million burgers. So please go into your nearest ears, get yourself a Shout burger combo. All the money goes towards, building libraries across primary schools in our communities.
Now, God bless you. I wish we had more time, but it's certainly something that we will be promoting as well. Thanks so much. And that is a co-founder of Shout, Kabelo Mabelane, otherwise known as Buga Love. And we'll give you more details. You can go to @ANN7 TV or go to BizSense @ANN7 TV. We take a quick ad break. We'll see you shortly.